I'm wearing my Enchanted Tiki Room shirt today, and it's not because we're talking about the Enchanted Tiki Room. We're talking about Porpoise Island, a long-forgotten roadside attraction in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Let's get into it right after that intro. Roll that intro.
I just wanna see the light.
Hi all, Keith here. Welcome to the video. Before we go too much further, make sure you pause the video, click that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Alright, so I don't even know how I happened upon this, but I found this article about Porpoise Island in Pigeon Forge and I had to click it. And boy, what did I find? It was crazy. Okay, so first, what was Porpoise Island? It was a Polynesian-themed attraction that was in Pigeon Forge from 1972 to 1984, so for 12 years. It had different animal shows and it had Hawaiian dancers. They had 20 porpoise performances a day and a sea lion show. They also had the exotic deer ranch with deer brought in from around the world. They also had a bird theater with an exotic troop of birds known as the Island Whiz Kids. And you could even pet the porpoises. Crazy, right? So by now you're probably wondering, where was Porpoise Island at? Well, it might shock you to know it was right where the island is in Pigeon Forge today. It took a little research work to find this because it's not really well documented, but let's check out some pictures here. So you see right there is the island, and this is the Little Pigeon River, and it goes from... It sort of splits, that's why it's called the island, right? It sort of splits around it, so there's this island in the middle here. But just notice this shape right here, and specifically this bridge right here, and this little area right here, and right where the wheel is. Now, here's a picture of Porpoise Island. Remember I said, look where the wheel was? Where the wheel was right here. And if you look up here, this little shape right here, and there's a little, well, it's hard to see, but there's a bridge right there. That bridge and this little area right here is this area right here behind the wheel. See, it's got that same shape, and this is actually the bridge right there that goes over. So this whole area was the parking lot area you saw in the other picture. And this right here where the wheel is actually right here where the main entrance was right there. So if we pan down a little bit, you see like this is probably the saltwater tank right down here, and you notice there's the Little Pigeon River right down there. So if you look over here, again using the wheel as our reference point here, you can look down here, the pagoda was right here. And so that means right in this area where, like, this is the Margaritaville and this is the island shops right in through here. So where these island shops are right in here, right by this, the Little Pigeon River, is actually where this saltwater tank was. So here's where we were looking at, right where the island shops were, right here. And then they had this water feature right here with this other little thing right here in the middle. So that area is actually right over here on this side of the island. So right in through here would be the lake, and then the little building would be right up here somewhere. And you can see very distinctly, this is the Little Pigeon River as it's forking around the island. It's harder to tell because this was a closer in shot, but this is that same angle right here. And then the other side of the Little Pigeon River is right up here. It's right there. And another easy way to line this up is, see right here, this is the parkway right out here. See how it's running that way? We go back over to our Google Earth view. You can see the parkway is right here again. So this area right in through here is all green space for the most part. And this entrance wasn't here. I'll show you what I mean. So the main entrance would have been right out about here where this building is. And all this right in here is actually hotels and stuff right there. But it was all green space back in the day. So you actually had to get in over here, over this bridge, which is, here's the wheel. And so it's this bridge right here. This was the main entrance to this area previously. So that just shows you it was right there where the island is currently today. Now here's something else crazy about this place. They actually flew in native Hawaiians to the area so they could work here, specifically at Porpoise Island, to give that authentic feel. And the deer, they actually did import those deer from all over the world. And the porpoises, well, here's the real kicker about that. They could only live in the area for 3 months. So like during the warmer months, they could only live in the area. So for the most part, they lived in Mississippi. So this attraction was really not a year-round attraction. It was like a summer type of thing. And that actually was the ultimate downfall of Porpoise Island, right? It just cost so much to get the people there and to maintain the porpoises and get them to and fro every year. But they did it for 12 years, which is impressive. But think about it, 1972, most of the things around the area were like Wild West themed, you know, kind of kitschy Wild West theme. And then here you go with a Hawaiian themed attraction right there in the middle of Pigeon Forge. I can't even imagine. The crazy thing is, I know I was in Pigeon Forge or the area around that time, and I just don't remember it. I was probably maybe too young, but it would have been crazy to see. Have you ever heard of Porpoise Island? Or were you lucky enough to visit Porpoise Island during the 70s or early 80s? I'd be interested to know down there in the comments if you were visiting the area and were actually able to go to Porpoise Island. Let me know. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up here, but make sure you hang out for a little bit longer because we'll have some end cards with some video suggestions, and we'd love it if you'd watch another video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Click the join button down there below to find out all the great benefits of becoming a member of the channel. Also, make sure you check out the merch shelf down there. We got t-shirts, cups, hats, stickers. We got a lot of cool designs down there, so check it out. Also, make sure you check out our coffee page. It's just a way for you to drop us like a virtual tip or buy us a coffee. Any way you choose to support the channel, we really appreciate it. Also, I want to pause right here and thank all of you that made it this far in the video. Y'all are really in it with us, and I really appreciate you more than you know. Comment dolphins in the island down there below in the comment section to let me know that you made it this far into the video. Alright everyone, we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace and love.